Okay. See if you can see me now. I know what happened. Okay, guys, let me know when you find me and you're here.
I see it now.
Is it there? Are you guys finding me? Oh, looks like Gail is here. Aha, now we got 13 people. Okay, I know exactly what happened, folks. And initially this was going to be for members only. And I had it set when I set when I set it up, because I didn't have the option for members only, I had to make it unlisted. So because it was unlisted, and I thought somewhere I changed it to members only, that's probably because it was unlisted. That's probably why. I don't know. So anyway, we're here now. I think you can all see me. Silja, I'm sending you a message. It looks like, oh, now there's 18 people here. So, am I on with you guys? Hello? I'm going to put this over out of the way more. All good. Oh, okay. I think it had to do with the settings because, yeah, and I think whoever joins, probably will be set to maybe only members can post. Yeah, okay, hopefully I won't lose you. You'll still see me, I just won't see everything else. Okay, I want this, and I want to add I don't just want the chat. Okay, close that. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. None. Closed caption. We'll turn that on. Settings. Viewer activity. Chat. No. Stream health. Okay. Hold on. We don't want that one. We want this one. Okay. All right, we'll just let it the way it is. I could change it, but I won't. Okay. I gotta find the chat again, guys. Hold on. Okay, this is a true Bugg. This is a true live video where Karen is always having some kind of technical issue. Of course, you all know this is nothing new. This is the way it is. There we go. There we go. Okay. All righty. Yes, I have my special guest. So I was live before. So as we all know, there's always an issue on my stream. I don't know why. I don't get it, but I guess it's a YouTube thing. Anyway, I will introduce you to my special guest, who is also a VIP member of the channel. And this is my local stitching BFF, Barbara Meyer. And Barb and Barb and I have been stitching together for 10 years.
Yeah, real close.
Yeah, real close to 10 years. We met at what was a local shop at the time that's no longer there. And I was teaching hardhanger classes there. And Barb was my A++ student because she was one of the few people that picked it up just like that.
Imagine that.
In fact, you helped me teach that a couple times, didn't you? Yeah. So that's our story. And that was back when I retired, and I'm retired 10 years now. So yeah. So it's been a long time.
Hi, everybody saying hi to me. Carol, Julie, and Sherilyn.
Sherilyn and Jody. Jody, by the way,
Missy.
In case anybody missed it, the drawing that was on the, I forget which video, there was a drawing for the chart that I had finished. Jody Walker was the winner of that. And Jody, I will get it in the mail on Monday.
So numbers are...
Yeah, because I had to restart it. So there are non-VIP members in here.
And it looks like they're able to...
And they are able to post and comment. So for my VIP members, I'm going to say I'm sorry. I'm not sure at this point how to... I don't want to kick anybody out because it was my mistake. So everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. And for the VIPs...
Somebody's leaving? No.
I'm fine with leaving.
You don't have to.
No, Carol. No, you don't have to leave. No. No, you don't have to leave. It's fine. It's fine. I will try a members only chat again at some point. No, Yvonne, you are welcome. You stay. Everybody stay. No one has to leave. It is fine. It is absolutely fine. The more the merrier. You are right, Missy. Absolutely. The more people, the merrier. Everyone is welcome. I just like to do something special every once in a while for my special members. And this is no worries. This is no worries. We will schedule something else. It's fine. This is fine. Sherilyn, a VIP member is, if you look at the bottom of my videos underneath where it says, let's look at a video here. I can't remember exactly what it says underneath. Okay, where it has the like, the dislike, the share, there should be a little button to press that says join. And if you join the channel, I think I have it set at what, $3 a month. Then you get to a special, if you look at the chat, you'll see people that have the Needlebugg insignia by their name. You get to use that. If you are a VIP member, when I have a live stream like this, VIP members will get their questions answered first, as opposed to people that are not. Plus, there's other little perks that show up every now and again that get sent just to those members. So you are welcome, absolutely welcome to become a member if you like. It's not, no one is obligated to do so. I think, if I remember right, I think out of that $3 to join, YouTube gets a portion of that every month. It's a monthly thing. YouTube gets a portion of that every month, and I think I get like $1 and change out of that, which helps to pay for my upgrading of equipment or giveaway charts or anything else that I want to give away. I'm trying to put it back into the channel, and you will start seeing some more giveaways. I did have to upgrade my equipment. I just got a new boom here for my phone because my other one was a wobbly mess. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Whether you catch me live or not doesn't matter, because there are other things that come along with it. Like these guys got, I created 2 charts for them already. That,
I think so.
Yeah. That they got free charts. Like I said, and I try to do the members only live at a time that's going to be convenient for, like, normally I'm going to try to do them this time of day, because this time of day I can catch the European people. I can catch, obviously, Australia, because you're in Australia, Carol. I can get the West Coast because it's, let's see, it's
closer
probably,
it's
closer to noon out there. So it's a more convenient time for a lot of people. So like I said, there is no obligation to joining or becoming a VIP member. However, it's something that is available if you want, and it will get you some extra perks.
It is $3.17 with tax a month.
$3.17
for me. And
yeah. Which comes out to what, about $36 a year.
You pay the Google Play Store. I do. For YouTube.
Yeah. Carla, hello, welcome. I'm glad you're joining. Carla is the Stitchy Witch. She does a lot of Stitch with Me's. So I like her channel. Well, I like all the channels that I watch, or I wouldn't watch them. So, as I said, that's the VIP membership. If you're interested, fine. If you're not, that's okay too. It's no obligation, not required. Like I said, and it will tell you what those little perks are if you hit that join button. You don't have to do it. You can if you want to. Hi, Rose. Welcome. Glad you're here. Bianca, I missed yours. For those that are just joining, my guest with me today is my local stitching BFF, Barb Meyer.
Hello.
She is a VIP member. And we've been stitching together for about 10 years. So she's put up with my craziness.
And she's put up with my craziness.
And my senior moments and what have you for the last 10 years. And then we have another Carla. Hello. Glad you're joining. So, how is everybody? I hope you're all stitching while we sit here. I was going to stitch, but you know what? I end up talking more than I end up stitching. But what else is new? And usually Jody is the one to say, Karen, you need to stitch. Oh, by the way, Jody, did you notice on probably the last video that you watched, at the end where I put the only rules in cross stitch, or there are no rules in cross stitch? Did you notice that now I have added never say never?
What did you say never to?
I forget, but I said I was never going to do parking again, and then I did it for a while.
Did you ever say you weren't going to tent ever?
Probably. Okay. I have it in my hand here. I have it in my hand. I'm just not stitching. Julia, you're working on the stitching shelf. Oh, God bless you guys that work on those. Honest to... I don't mind some confetti, but oh, my. That is just too much. That is just... Yeah, that... Way too much. I should put my little... Do you want to see my new funny glasses? I think I talked about these. So here's my plug for new gadgets. Here, wait. Should we switch to my overhead camera? Hold on, gotta move, oops. Oh, come on. Here we go. Let's switch to this one. Here we go.
We'll show what I'm stitching again. Jody asked.
Here we go. Here's my new gadgets. It's my new clip-ons. And I clip them on, you can laugh. I clip them on like this. And then they're out here. And now you can laugh at me. Say, ha ha, ha ha. Aren't they attractive? And I tell you what, I had ones like Barb has. She has the what are they, mag eyes? Not mag eyes. Magna clips.
Magna clips.
Magna clips. And they're right up against your glasses. And with those, I don't see as well. But with these, they might look silly, but I like them better. I'm stitching on, remember our tent stitch thing? When I had a stream with the VIPs, we all kind of a lot of us said, okay, we're going to try tent stitching. And this is 32 count, 1 strand of floss, tent stitch, and it's Jane, the Prisoner of Woolhouse. I'll try and find a pic and put it up. And Barb can show hers. Perfect.
Bath time. I have it in earth. Well, they can see what I'm working on right now. I got her nose pretty much complete and the start of her eyes, and probably the next diagonal will be finished with her eyes, I think. But yeah, I've been working on this for 5 years. Took 2 years off to learn how to crochet. So 3 years.
That's not bad.
79% complete. Well, so it's getting there.
You'll probably be about the same as I was with Stitcher's Retreat. Because I worked, it was 5 years calendar time, but it took me 4 years to finish it. And really, the last the last year that I worked on it, I did over 50% of it.
Allison wants to know what we're stitching on. We just showed that, right?
Yeah. And
Jody says she loves a mermaid. Yeah, I really like working on it. Even though I took 2 years off. Just lost my stitchy bug.
Hey, that happens. I'll flip back now so you can see us better. There we go.
I'll hold this up one more time.
Attractive. Is that not absolutely gorgeous?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not absolutely gorgeous? And you guys ought to see it in person because it looks even better. It looks even better in person than it. No, it looks good on the camera. Don't get me wrong, but it really looks good sitting right here next to it. And look at this. Look at that.
That's the back.
That's the back. Is that not wonderful? Barb is an awesome,
and until I
stitcher.
started a full coverage piece, I was a real stickler for a neat back, and
Where'd my chat
am not
go?
trying to do a neat back, but it looks all right.
Let's see, where'd my chat go? There it is. I can't see it. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Missy, you're waiting for your fabric yet to start the ornament. Oh, are you still gonna do the over the 32 count 1 strand 10 stitch? Do you know what, Heather? Smoking needles is for sure. I did almost 700 stitches yesterday, and I only stitched maybe 3 hours. It is going so fast. So fast.
Thank you, everybody, for the comments on this.
She's a good stitcher. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, well, if I wasn't as far as I am on my autumn church, I would be restarting that on the 32 count 10 stitch. Now that I've gotten...
You're going to restart it. I'm predicting here she's going to restart it. Don't let her fool you, people. You know her by now.
Oh, it's just kind of... I have a bunch done. How much do I have done of that one?
I remember Manifesto.
Yeah, I gave that away.
I'm thinking we weren't as good friends exactly right then, but I think that was the start.
That was the start.
When you sat there across from me at Stitch and Bitch at Threads and showed me your 32 count.
No, I was doing it 40 count over 2.
Yeah, but
initially.
Yeah.
And then I switched to 28 count.
And then did you switch to 32?
No, 28.
Well, when she switched to 28 and she handed it around, I took one look at everybody was saying she's nuts. And I took one look at it, looked her across the table and went, I love you. Because it was so gorgeous. And I'm like, yeah, now I want to stitch that, which I've never started that yet, but.
And I never finished it.
It's in the back of my mind at some time.
I rehomed it.
I know.
I never finished. I rehomed it. I got tired of it. The reason I got tired of it is, I don't know if any of you ever have seen Manifesto. It's by the Scarlet Letter. And it is, it's a full coverage sampler, but there's no alphabet on it. It's a scene. It's like a farm scene with a big house and people in front of the house and barnyard animals and what have you. But it is so much block stitching. I mean, you talk about there's no confetti in it. Let me tell you that. There is absolutely no confetti at all, because what you end up doing is outlining the motifs, I guess you would call them.
Probably.
And then you just fill it in with a color. And, well, I was bored silly. And I just could not bring myself to finish it, so I rehomed it. So that's that story. Missy, 32 count, 1 strand. Yes. Yes. Did you pull it up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, just hold it up. Yeah, there you go. That's Manifesto. It's by Scarlet Letter. It's a very beautiful design. Very beautiful. Mm-hmm. It is just so boring. Oh, Allison, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Once you get stabilized, it will, yeah, once you level out, it'll be better. Missy, you did 1,400 stitches yesterday, and you're knitting socks today. I'm a pair
stitched out for 2 days.
Yeah. I have a pair of socks started. They're about, one sock is maybe halfway done, the length of the foot, because I do toe up. And I was going to work on it last night. No, 2 nights ago. And do you think I could find where I put them? I looked for 2 days to find them. I finally did find them. But yeah. So needless to say, they're still only half done. So that's, if I get tired of stitching, that's what I do. I pull out some knitting. It'll take me forever to do socks. I finished the ones for the grandkids, so that was the mission. Now, these are for me, so when they get done, when they get done. When they don't, if they don't, that's okay too. I have a whole bucket of yarn up here. So this thing
yarn
is full.
And thread and...
So that back there is all my thread. Oh. Yeah. And my current project, some of my current projects are up on top. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a room that's hard to keep organized. However, it is what it is. It is what it is. So what else is everybody saying? Anybody else going to try the tent stitch? The 1 strand over 2 on 32 count? Or are there only a couple of us that are the nutcases that are going to do that?
No, I don't think I'm trying it.
No? Well, you know, the reason I chose the 32 count and 1 strand is because 2 strands on 28, I cannot get the 2 strands to play nice together. And it looked lumpy. And I don't like when my stitches look lumpy. I don't know, there's just something, you know how even when you're regular cross stitching with 2 strands, and you know how you can end up with
it does look nice.
One of the strands gets a little shorter than the other. Mm-hmm. And some even then sometimes my stitches don't look the way they should. Even if I railroad them. To be honest, I can't tell the difference between stitches that I railroaded and stitches that I didn't. I don't know. But yeah, and even 25 count, Allison, to use 2 strands, my stitches just don't look the way I want them to look. And maybe it's because I've stitched with 1 strand for a long time. Even when I stitched the 28 count on Manifesto, it was 28 count with 1 strand of floss. I can't remember the last time I used 2. Oh, Leanne, you're going to start Autumn Church. All right. Okay. Okay. That's wonderful. Jody, you're still working on your cardinals. You're getting pretty close to finished on those, aren't you? Why do I think that you're coming along pretty nicely and looking at having a finish in your near future? Missy, you knit about 30 pair of socks a year? Oh my goodness. Do you have turbo needles? Oh, wow. Yeah, I only pull them out every once in a while. And I do the magic loop. At one time I did the 9-inch needles, but I don't know, that hurts my hands too much anymore. So I end up doing magic loop because that's easier on my old hands. Yeah. Yes, Jody, you're right. And I don't know, some people stitch with 2 strands and their stitches look so pretty. So pretty. And mine just don't. They just don't. And I don't know why. Some people can get them to lay so perfectly side by side, and as hard as I try, they just don't do that. They just don't. Yeah, so I'm a 1-strand girl. I've only stitched with 1 strand. I've stitched with only 1 strand of floss for years. If it required 2 strands, I would change the count, and so that I could use 1. Oh, you're only 56%, Jody? Why did I think you were further than that? Maybe that's why you finished the whole left side. Got ya. You can knit a pair of socks in 20 hours. Now, let me ask you this, Missy. Do you use fingering weight yarn? Or do you use a heavier yarn, like a sport weight? Because the ones I'm doing are fingering weight. And I'm only using a size 1. It's either a 1 or a 1.5 needle. Maybe that's why it's taken me longer. Well, hello, Melanie. Thanks for joining. Oh, you knit on a 2.25. Okay, I think mine are only on a 1 or a 1.5. I think. I can't remember. Barb, what size needle do I use for socks on the fingering? 1.5?
I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why you're using a heavier yarn then. I'm using fingering yarn. Skinny yarn. Itty bitty yarn. But then again, we do itty bitty stitches. Itty bitty yarn. But I am so happy, guys, that with these new glasses, that I can see this little stuff again with my handy dandy magnifiers.
I ordered a pair and I tried them out. And I don't know if I'm putting them on wrong, looking at them wrong. But I had to, yeah, something isn't right.
Ben, turn this.
Yeah, that might work. I've bent them all different ways, but I am going to try them again before I give up on them.
Fingering on 26 stitches. Oh, okay. You're just a speed knitter, Missy. Oh, Leanne, I'm sorry you have to run, but thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you stopped. And let me know when you have all your stuff to start autumn church. Yeah. She's going to do autumn church like this.
Okay. I'm telling you, you're going to too. Maybe.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. I can't. Part of me wants to.
But you have so much done. But
It's up there.
But you really don't have.
Grab it. It's up there on top in the front. No, I only have 5% done. Only have 5% done. And part of me wants to restart it.
Oh, it looks so nice.
But part of me goes, I don't know. Can I stitch that all over again?
How many stitches is it?
How many stitches is it?
Over 8,000.
Oh, it's 16,000.
Okay. That's twice that.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you that long.
No, it doesn't. But I think what has helped. Well, hello, Martina. Thanks for stopping by.
There are more people coming on.
Yeah, it's up to 35. I think starting Jane, the Prisoner of Wool House, has helped because this one isn't as confetti heavy. So it's given me the opportunity to come up with a way to stitch.
A learning method?
Yeah.
A method.
And not have a lot of confetti so that I can get more accustomed to it. So maybe. Okay, guys, help me out. What should I do? If I restart it, it's going to be 32 count 10 stitch. Because I am loving how fast this goes. 700 stitches in just a few hours. I was averaging over 100 stitches. Well, no, I was averaging close to 200 stitches. Carla, don't do it. I know, part of me wants to, but part of me says, you're a crazy fool if you do. I don't know. And it's, will I let that, yeah, restart it. You know, you want to do it. You guys are no help. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, well, thanks for popping in. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry you won't be able to stay, but I'm glad you stopped by. It's always good to see you or see your name on the chat. Full is more beautiful.
I think hanging on the wall, you can't tell.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm thinking.
If you like it and it goes faster, and that's what I think I'd like it. I just don't know if I want to go to 32 count because I only want one thread like you.
Yeah. Don't restart. Full is more beautiful. Don't restart. What makes me happiest? That depends on the day. Oh, that depends on the day. And see, and that's what happens to me all the time. That is what happens. I'm working on something like Autumn Church. Then I get something in my head and it just doesn't go away. So that little voice just sticks back here and goes, you know you want to. You know you want to. You really want to. Why don't you do that? So I cave and start something else or restart it. And then it might go a day or two later and I go, why did you cave to this? Because you're not really enjoying it. And that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. That's me, right?
It is. But just continue that and make sure, you might, that might be your deciding factor. If you're really loving that, you might want to restart it.
And this
there's a lot of stitches.
It's a lot of stitches, and this whole chart is not confetti heavy. This Jane Prisoner of Woolhouse is not confetti heavy. Oh, Elizabeth, you call it the want monster and try to ignore it. Carla says make both.
I really try. When I want to do I'm reading a new start, I want to try not to, because I have too many of them.
Yeah. Don't restart it.
When I'm done with this one, though, I think I'm going to do the wheel where I pick which one I'm going to stitch next. Till I find one that I really want to finish. Like, what do you call this? A focus piece. This is my...
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea, Silja. Test a couple hundred stitches with...
A couple hundred pieces?
A couple hundred pieces of confetti. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that on the edge of something with the Autumn Church.
Yeah. Well, true. Well, no, this one I'm going to continue. This Jane, the Prisoner of Woolhouse, I'm going to continue at 10 stitch. This is not going to change. It's Autumn Church that I can't decide if I want to change or not. If I want to give up the full cross and go to 10 or stay with the full cross. It's nice to... Oh, Rose, you're so right. It is nice to have different techniques. Absolutely. And people that have been around here for a while have watched me change the technique on a project many times. I kind of stitch however I feel like stitching on any given day. And sometimes I'll spend a couple days converting stuff to diagonal stitching. And then I'll get tired of that. So I'll go cross country for a while maybe. Or then I'll go, I was just playing around with diagonal blocks. Or maybe I'll switch to columns. It's like I'll just do whatever.
I like Silja's idea, though. Test a couple hundred confetti heavy.
Yeah.
Just on the...
Well, that might be what will turn me off. Because Autumn Church, if I'm remembering, has a fair amount. Depends on where you are.
I'm not fine. I started autumn church, and I'm in the bottom right-hand corner. There's a lot of different colors, but I'm not finding it
Terrible.
as confetti heavy as like an Amy Stewart, a Stitch in Time stitching shelf that I'm working on.
All of you are giving me good ideas. Now, could some of you smack me upside the head so I can make a decision? Norma, I did think about that. However, I have autumn church started on 22 count. So in order to switch that to 10 stitch,
2 threads.
3.
3. Oh, on 22.
Probably.
Yeah, but it's the same coverage. If you do a full cross with 1, 2 tent will do the same coverage.
But I've tried to.
I think.
One more little voice. I've tried 2 on that before, and I did not like the way it looked because there was too much. Now, on this 32 count with 1 strand, you can see there is a little bit of show through, but on the 22 count with 2 strands, there was a lot of show through.
Okay.
A lot of show through. One more little voice, us. See, this is always my problem. Always my problem. And then I think I make a decision, and then I do it for a couple of days, and I go, whoa, this was stupid, Karen. Why did you do it?
Do you answer the voices?
Yes, I do. I talk to them. I talk to them. Yeah, you can't. I guess I could, but I think it really would give it a substantially different look. I don't, even if I did the tent in the direction of my top stitch, I think it would give it a substantially different look. And now, granted, maybe you wouldn't notice it when it was up on the wall, but I would notice it stitching it, and then that might not be such a good thing. Aye. Hence why I call myself a fickle pickle.
Pickle.
Because
Miss Needlebugg.
Barb can tell you how many times I've started stuff, changed my mind, restarted it, changed my mind, restarted,
And I just laugh.
keep full cross and stitch it until you stitch more 10. Yeah. I think, Martina, that's probably what I'm going to lean towards, is just keeping it until, let's just do this one and see how this goes. I mean, right now, there's hardly any confetti in it. Hardly any. So it's easy. It's a good learning process. So that's a good thing. Oh, Missy, you talk to your... Do you know what? I have a theory. Those little voices in my head. I listen to the little voices in my head, but I also talk to them. And I answer them. And my theory is I answer them because I'm the only one that tells me what I want to hear.
Yeah, I would say that's a good theory. Nobody else is going to tell you.
Nobody else is going to tell me what I want to hear. So even when I talk to myself, I do the same thing, because no one's going to tell me the right answer. Oh, well, maybe not the right answer, but the answer I want. So, you have to manipulate it a little bit so that you get the answer you want or need or think you need. Oh, Norma, thank you. And you know what? You might as well just have a decent attitude about it, because it makes life a lot easier. A lot easier to just stay on the upbeat side of things. Because if you, yeah. I don't do drama. I try not to do drama.
I think we all try not to do drama.
Yeah. And I try to not surround myself with people that are drama queens.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it. It's not worth. It's not the hill I want to die on. It takes too much energy, and I'd rather put my energy right here. Jody, you're not yelling at me because I didn't stitch. No, really, I don't. I was talking to another friend of mine, and there was a little bit of drama going on in her life. And I told her, you gotta just let it roll. Just let it roll. Let it alone. Don't respond to it, because that just feeds the whole thing, and just let it go. Because it's not worth spending a lot of time. Because the only one that's gonna get upset about it is you. So that was my advice. Okay, now let me try and stitch a little bit. So, what else is going on in the world of stitching? Are you guys planning projects for, well, I know Sylge is planning her next 8. Our next 8 projects.
And Sylvia, you did say they're all full coverage, didn't she? Or did I? I thought so.
No, they're all full coverage. They're all full coverage. Oh, you like to see me stitch? Well, do I have to stitch? Do I have to switch my screen so that you can see my stitching?
I would say that means I like to see you stitch. I would say that means yes.
Well, there's Joyce. Go big or go home. Well, you know what? And that's the other thing I've kind of not getting all upset about. If you want to stitch it, start it and stitch it. Because some of the things I have stitched, am I gonna live long enough to finish Autumn Church? God knows, I hope so. But
really,
if I don't,
a couple years.
Well, in 5 years, I'll be 76.
I think you'll live long enough.
But still, even if... Oh, okay. No, I can put Barbara on too. I'm kind of taking, if you want to stitch it, start it and stitch it. And even if you aren't ever going to finish it, at least you enjoyed the time you had with it. Yep. That's kind of where I'm headed. That's kind of where I'm Missy, you're gonna do ornaments. I'm hunting for the elixir for a long stitchy life. Well, Silja, when you find it, I'll order some from you.
We all will.
I'll order some from you. Yeah, I will. Okay, let me see. I might have to go over here a little bit. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, here. See, Barb and I are still here. You'll share it once you find it. All I can say is good luck with that.
The fountain of youth.
Yeah, okay,
which
guys.
means the long stitchy elixir.
There we go. Hold on. I'm adjusting here a little bit. Okay, now. There we go. Hold on.
So now are we just on that screen? Or are we on both?
We're on both. There we go. Now I can stitch a little. First time comer, I'll soon be 75 and stitching Tree of Life. Awesome. Maniac Stitcher. Awesome. Fabulous. That is wonderful. I am
Maniac. Do you live in Maine, or is it just spelled different for a reason? Because that looks like Maniac. Doesn't it?
Uh-huh. 1/1, 25 count, and confetti is a beast. Do you know what? I think I have heard that from more than one person.
Is Tree of Life, is that Heaven and Earth?
Yes. That's that long one. I think that's an Amy Stewart also.
I was just looking at an Amy Stewart tree. What was that?
It's kind of, Maniac, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it like kind of purples and reds, and it's a big long William Morris. Okay. That would be probably under the antiquities then. Or just look up Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Looks great, but I have to stitch.
Yeah. Maniac Stitchers from Maine. I love the state of Maine.
It's a pretty state.
If the elixir is coffee, Elizabeth is practically immortal. That's great.
That's wonderful. Well, no, I only drink 2 cups in the morning. And then a cup of decaf at night. If I do more than that, I can't sleep. And I don't sleep much, so as it is.
It's this one. That's...
Oh, okay, that is not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of another tree that's...
And in here...
a big, long...
Heaven and Earth is calling it Garden of Delight. But that's the one.
That's not the one I was thinking of. Hold it up.
Or here.
Here.
Yeah.
Is that it? William Morris? Okay, that one's by... Okay, it must be that one.
Tapestries, yep.
Yeah. The She Shed
like
Craft Shack. Hello there. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Oh no, that didn't help. Hold on. I'm running out of things are. Aha. Well, you are a brave
That
soul.
is it. That's the one. I like that one. I think I have that one, but I'm not sure.
You are a brave soul. But you know what? As long as you're enjoying it, that is all that matters. And I agree, talk about confetti, HE double hockey sticks. Yeah, that would be correct. Oh, you lost your stitchy bug. Oh. Well, how can we help you get it back? And she shed. Okay, I'm going to call you a craft shack. She said by the seashore. You have a tongue twister of a name there. Do you have a first name that we can use since my tongue seems to get tied up? Allison, okay, we will catch you next time. Have a great rest of your day.
She said she has so many projects started, and she's lost her stitchy bug.
Yeah.
Well, Needlebugg could help you get it back.
Me? Nah, not me. Oh, your first name is Karen, too. Awesome.
Well, that one will be easy to remember.
That will be very easy to remember. It's not all that often that I come across another Karen. And it was a common name back when, well, I got yeah, not often at all. Every now and again, but not often. I don't know if I ever told anybody here how I got my name. I was not named after anyone. It was just a name that one of my parents liked, but they had three that they liked, three names. Karen Lee, Margaret Ann, and I can't remember what the third one is. And the only reason I remember the Margaret Ann is because that's the name my sister ended up with. But they couldn't decide. So when the nurse came in the room, they had all three names in a hat.
Oh, jeez.
And they said to the nurse, pick one.
You never told me that.
Didn't I?
No.
Oh, well, that's the name I got. Oh, my goodness. Karen Lee, and you spell it exactly the same way I do. Yep, Lee, Lee, like a guy. Yes. How about that? That's that is too funny. Now, if you tell me your last name is Bugg yet, then we're really going to be laughing. Although, you know what? I searched my name on the internet just for kicks and giggles one time. And I couldn't believe how many other Karen Buggs I found.
Wow.
There were quite a few.
My mother-in-law's middle name is Lee, spelled L-E-E.
Yeah. Now, you would have thought... Oh, Leota. Her name was for you. Okay. Huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, but I was surprised how there were
the way
quite
your
a...
parents picked your name, because we couldn't pick Sean's name. We had 5 of them picked out. And he was due in May, and at Easter, this one family that we would get together with on Easter, they came over and we all voted on a name.
Oh, jeez.
That's how we picked his name.
You know what? That's a hard thing to do. Well, I had Jenny's name picked out many years before she was even thought about.
We had a girl's name, but we did not have a boy's name.
But how about that, Karen? That's just too funny.
And then his is spelled S-H-A-U-N because my husband wanted S-E-A-N, and I didn't like that. He didn't want S-H-A-W-N. So we picked the third spelling.
Hey, it all works. It all works. Now I will have to say, oh, what am I doing? I should be up here.
They're looking
Here
at the
you
thread.
wanted me to stitch it. See my little thread system. Here's my baggies. I had a bunch of these baggies, so I didn't use the floss away bags. And they're all my colors for this project are in baggies. And I'm finding, and they're all pre-cut to length. And I'm finding for right now, that is my preferred way. Now, ask me in 6 weeks if it will be my preferred way, and I might tell you something different. There we go. Oh. Karen, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? That's enough of a reason to lose your stitchy bug. I would have lost mine too.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Floss Anthology, Silja. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I think it's a great system. I like the system itself. I really like the system for, being able to put the floss in those channels, and it was compact, it was portable, and all those good things. But what I didn't like and was driving me crazy, okay, I know it's a short trip, but it was driving me crazy, was the leftover ends of floss. That just wasn't working for me. I tried several things, and I even got sticky back felt and put that on the pages to kind of help control the ends flopping all over the place, and that made me even more nuts. So I said no. It was called, Karen, it was called Floss Anthology, and it's on Etsy. Now, she was out of the pages, so I don't know if she has more in stock or not. There was a problem that the person that was manufacturing the pages for her, I can't remember if he went out of business or there was some kind of issue that she had to look for another place to have them manufactured. So I don't know. I don't know if she has. The last time I looked, she did not have the pages. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. She still doesn't have it.
Yeah. So that I went back to, this is the system I started with many, many years ago. So I've come full circle. Missy, you use a plastic curtain ring as floss drops and you clip the number around the ring. Okay. Norma, 99, well, a lot of times I do use the pre-gridded fabric. However, not always. Not always. The Christmas stocking that I'm doing for my daughter, I'm gridding myself. Autumn church, I'm gridding myself. That's on 22 count, and 22 count does not come gridded. Same with the stocking. That's on 22 count, and so that I have to grid myself, which is no big deal. Personally, I kind of prefer anymore gridding it myself, because then I can put the line between the threads, as opposed to gridded fabric, it's on the threads. So if I have it, I'll use it. If I don't, I'll grid it myself. No easy way to save small pieces. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if you restart autumn on 32, you'll probably do it on gridded, won't you?
No.
No?
No, I have a piece of 32 count non-gridded that I'll put it on.
I don't always follow Karen when she's trying all the new gadgets, but a lot of times I do. I got those new cheaters, but I haven't gotten used to them yet.
I like them.
She's the one that told me about the gridded fabric. That's pretty amazing.
I don't mind gridding. I mean, and I grid with a chalk pencil. I don't grid. Well, Joyce, are you still here? I started gridding Autumn Church with one of those friction pens, and then I got scared. That what if it doesn't come out? What if the heat? No, I got scared of, yes, the heat will take it away, but what if it comes back? That's my concern. What if it comes back? Because I don't know, do any of you watch Stitch Ilanka? She's from Germany. My nose itches, sorry. Lost to nose itch. She had done a piece and she gridded it with the friction pen. And took all she either ironed it or used a hairdryer and took all of the lines off and framed it. And it was hanging in her house. And it was this summer when it was so stinking hot. She looked at it and the grid lines came back. Now, what I understood was the grid lines would only possibly come back if it got cold. But it was the middle of summer and her grid lines came back.
It was warm then. Or it was,
yeah, it was hot. It was hot. So
Karen Shed is asking about some program to chart from, and it was only OSN. Is that Android? Yeah, here and then.
What program, Karen, do you mean what program to mark off your chart?
It looks like to chart from. Yeah, I don't know.
And it was only on, I think she means iOS. The one for iOS is Markup RXP. And that's what I'm, ooh. Stop. Here. That's what I'm, that's what I'm using now on this. There. Markup RXP. And to be honest, I really like it.
And I'm stitching from Pattern Keeper on Android.
I like markup, and the reason the next update, it will put your pages together just like Pattern Keeper puts your pages together. But what I really like about it is all the statistics that it gives you, because I can go in and I can see how many stitches are marked off, how many I have to do, how many are parked, how many I completed, the time that I spent stitching, the number I stitched that day. But the biggest thing is it gives you the history. So either one is great. Okay, I'm getting Pattern Keeper. Yeah, Pattern Keeper is only for Android though. If you want one that's iOS, Apple, then you have to use Markup RXP. I have to wash it after removing the lines. Oh, okay. Well, I normally wash my stuff.
So you remove it with heat.
And then you wash it.
And then you wash it.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. And that makes sense, Elizabeth, because the heat might make the lines disappear, but the ink is still there. Even though it's now invisible, the ink is still there unless you wash it. Normally, my big full coverages I wash anyway. I don't never not well. I finished 3.
But washing doesn't remove those lines, the ink.
Yeah.
So it
should. Well,
you'd remove it with heat and then wash it while it's invisible? Is that?
I think so. I think that's what she's saying. You have to wash it after removing the lines with heat. What happened to my here? What happened to my other? There, this one I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I think I ironed them dry. I ironed them dry. I ironed them, Joyce, when I took the lines out.
Oh, I put blue dots in the corners of my 10 by 10, not lines.
Well, that's a good idea too.
It is a good idea.
Yeah. And that doesn't
she doesn't see it after she stitched over it.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to put this like this, then we can read this better. Oh, sorry guys. You can see us just fine. I'm fiddling around here. There we go. Here we go. Oh. Washing them before removing the lines will set the lines. Good to know.
And ironing works to remove them, because that would probably be heat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did, Joyce. I used an iron. But I was a bit scared too. And that's why I went back to my chalk pencil. But I will say,
Yeah, I'm using chalk pencil.
I will say the little bit that I did use the friction pen, I liked the fact that the line would be really skinny. That's the reason I don't like those. I don't particularly care for those blue markers, those blue fabric markers, because when you draw the line, then it kind of bleeds across the fabric a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I was not real fond of that, because then it was hard to tell which line you were. Oh, Ninja Stitcher used a blow dryer and hers went away too. So I guess it would be anything that's heat.
It's funny that the heat brought the lines back on.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand with Ilanka. Because it was, like I said, it was in the middle of summer and the lines came back.
Unless it was close to an air conditioning duct and it was really cold.
She doesn't have air conditioning.
Okay.
No, I did not, Elizabeth. I don't think I did. I don't remember it. Was it recent that you sent that? Oh, no, wait. Maybe it was a... You know what? Yes, I did get it. It was a while ago. Yes, I now have a recollection. A senior moment. I think I did. And yes, I think if I remember right, you did tell me some of that. You did tell me about that. So maybe I'll try, knowing all of that, give it another shot, because it definitely helps having the grid lines a bit darker than the friction chalk pencil. There I have green, and then it's not that dark, and they do rub off because it's ceramic chalk, so it does rub off a bit.
That's why I just do a couple.
Yeah, you can't grid far ahead because it's gonna rub off until you get there. So if you guys think it's okay, I'll try it again. Oh, Karen, I'm sorry you have to leave. But to answer your question, I think I saw a question up there a little bit ago. Yes, Markup RXP is the program for iOS. Absolutely. It's in the App Store. Now there is a fee, an annual fee for it, so just be aware of that. It's not expensive. It's like $11 or $12 a year. But it's worth it, and it's wonderful. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope you will come back again. Bianca, you're planning to test the friction pens on a piece of fabric, removing with iron, and then put it in the freezer to check if it comes back. Good idea. Good idea. Now they say, you know what? I would do one. Oh, well, that's great, Karen. Absolutely. Do come back. We love having everybody. It's wonderful. Why don't you, if you have scrap fabric, Bianca, Why do, just out of curiosity, and maybe I will do this myself. Take one piece, mark it, remove it with an iron, and then put it in the freezer to see if the line comes back. But then take another piece, remove the lines, wash it, and put it in the and then iron it dry or whatever, and then put it in the freezer and see if the lines come back. That's what I'm going to try.
Everybody will be waiting on your test results.
Well, you know me, I gotta check out everything. Yeah, well, it's just that the pen is, the line is darker. It's easier to see. It doesn't rub off. So, and a lot of people seem to use them, and I don't often hear of people having a lot of trouble. Oh, Joyce, that's a good idea. You remove it after a few rows, so you don't let it on for the long haul of the project. So after you've stitched an area, you remove them from that area. Yeah, I can't oh, there's two different kinds. One's from China and one from Pilot. I wonder which one.
Brand.
Yeah, I wonder if one brand is better than the other. Oh, now we're adding more to the mix. Oh wow, this could get into a real I wonder.
I like the idea of removing it after you're stitched. At least until you're done, then you can wash the whole thing.
Right. Joyce, you have the Pilot ones. Well, I guess I will have to... I'll have to look at mine and see which ones I have. Now, I don't have the wrapping anymore, but do the ones from Pilot, or do the ones from China say Pilot on them? Or do they don't have that on? So if I don't have the... to my stomach. Oh, did you hear that?
Yes.
If I don't have the wrapper anymore, will I be able to tell which ones I have? I only got a pack of 3. And does the color matter? Because I think they come in different colors, don't they? The ones from China are just the cheap ones. It has no brand. Oh, okay, Bianca, thank you. I think mine do say Pilot, to be honest. Elizabeth, you use the friction pens to count down and across the center, then do the rest of the gridding with with thread. I tried that sulky sliver. It got in my way. I didn't particularly like that.
I was meaning to try that red stuff, and I never did that either.
Oh, I have some of that. I didn't like that either. Oh, Rose, that would make a difference, wouldn't it?
I bet it would.
She used the felt tip as opposed to the ballpoint. Do you know what? When I was looking at them, I wondered too if that would make a difference. I thought about that.
Did I just move something?
No, Joyce sent a photo in Messenger. Aha. They do have the felt tip, but those are supposed to disappear with water. Okay. Joyce, you sent me a message?
Makes me curious as to what was used on that one that came back over the summer.
Yeah. Ah, that's the one I have, Joyce.
Well, I never saw those. It says Pilot on it.
Yeah. That's the one I have. Okay, so then I should be good.
Stick them with the pointy end. I love that. Yep.
Oh, that's cute. Except don't lose your needle and stick yourself with the pointy end.
Did that this week.
Oh, I got a knot. I'm running out of light. That's the one thing I did notice too. When you stitch over one on this 32 count, no matter whether it's 10 or full cross, you need to have a really, 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 really good light. A really good light. Now, since we're talking about gridding, I was reading in one of the Facebook groups about when you use the pre-gridded fabric, is the gray line stitch number 1, or is the gray line stitch number 10?
It's whatever you choose it to be.
Mm-hmm. But boy, oh boy, is there a discussion. So, what I said was stitch number 10, okay, where for me it's stitch number 1.
Until you started another project and decided to use it as 10 and messed you up.
Yeah, and either one is fine. Either one is fine, but experience has told me whichever you decide, always on all your projects, do it the same way. Little brainiac here who thought she was going to be a smarty party decided, well, I wonder I always have used it as stitch number 1, but I wonder what it would be like to use it as stitch number 10. So the next project I started, I made the gray line stitch number 10, which was okay as long as I worked on that project and nothing else. But when I went back to the project where I had the gray line as stitch number 1, I was all confused. I had myself so messed up.
That would definitely mess me up.
I had myself so messed up. So either way is right. But my suggestion to people is whichever you decide, no matter what project, do it the same way, or it is just going to play havoc with your head. And I tried to blame that one want a senior moment, but that didn't work. Experience is what you get when you don't get what you want.
I like that one.
Good one, Joyce. Good one. Yeah. Don't ever, whatever you do it always the same, because, oh my goodness, I was so messed up. Then I work on the one project where it was stitch number 10, and I'd finally get in the groove with that. And then I'd switch to the other project where it's stitch number 1, and oh my, I think I frogged more than I stitched.
Okay, I want to know, did you ever finish whatever that was?
Oh, heck no, I restarted it and did it.
Uh-huh.
I ended up restarting it to do it the way I always do and have the gray line as stitch number 1.
I'm sorry, but that's really funny.
I couldn't keep.
I remember you doing that. I don't know what you were working on, but
I don't remember what I was working on either. All I remember is it just played havoc with my brain. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. For me, the line on the side of number 1 and on the bottom number 10. Oh, I got you. So one way it's the gray line is number 1, and the other direction the gray line is number 10. I see I see exactly what you say. And the thing is, that's fine too. Just always do it that way. Always. Oh, you always grid your own, Joyce? You don't buy gridded fabric? How did I just lose that comment?
is there...
Oh, maybe. No, it went down at the bottom. Yeah. I said, and either way is fine, just so you always, she might have deleted it, just so that you always do it the same, because once you have that in your head, it's hard to switch it up. It's hard to change. Like if I was to say today, okay, I'm no longer going to do it the way I do it. I'm going to use the gray line as stitch number 10 from now on. I would find myself reverting back to what I have always done. So, oh, you know what, Joyce? You know what? I do too. Now, right now, I haven't, because I haven't had the need, because this is fairly not confetti stitching. It's pretty much like all the rest of this block, and even down into this block is the same color. So it's not that big a deal. But depending on what you're working on, and you got a bazillion colors, these gray lines you tend not to see them. They kind of fade into everything. And then I will go over the gray lines with my ceramic chalk pencil so that I can see them better. Because they disappear on me. Yeah,
mine do too sometimes.
Yeah, I'll go over them just to make them darker so that I can see them. But I don't mind gridding my own fabric. And in all honesty, it's a little less expensive to buy just the regular, say, Lugana and grid it yourself. And I don't grid way far ahead. I grid just a small section of what I need at the time. I don't grid. I won't sit and grid the whole piece of fabric. No, that takes too long. I'll just grid as I need the grid there.
Well, I had green on my page. The corners. It's long gone.
Yeah.
I had the green on all the.
Yeah, I think
5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
There might be a tiny little bit, but that's just stretching it to think that maybe that's where it is.
Look at that. That's the corner. That's the done corner. You are so almost done.
Yes. Getting there.
That's why I do diagonal blocks. I only need my dots on the corners. Well, you know what, Jody? That's a good idea too. You only need the corners to, yeah. Yeah, because you're working in a 10 by 10 block. So really, do you even need to grid it at all? You look at the lines of pre-gridded fabric like X's. Works best when you squint a bit. Oh, well, that's true. As I try and squint at it. That's true. Jody. And now that I drilled into your head that there are no rules, I add a little bit of cross country. I'm so proud of you, Jody. How many stitches have you stitched?
Well, first it was pretty slow going, but I got 162.
162 for Barb. uh, 49.
I was slow going for a little because I was.
And some of those were before we came on here. I would say maybe 10 of those were before we came on here.
I mean, I think I was seeing all the comments and stuff, and at first I was doing that more than stitching. But now I'm used to where I'm looking, and I can look every now and then.
Jody, you're waiting. I don't know how to say that name. You work Royal Roads with a little bit of cross country. Well, that's a good way. You know, I think that brings up another subject. There are so many. 162 to 49. Get the stitching.
You know, when we sit here in her front room and we stitch, she outstitches me every time, but
not today.
Not today.
Not today. Not today.
Even though she's doing 10 stitch, she
yeah, so really
it should be
49. Okay, even round that to 50. I did 25 X's.
Yeah.
Oh, Elizabeth, you do extreme. Oh, bless your heart.
Well, I started this piece extreme.
Well, so did I.
I have all that one color done on the whole piece.
I did too on Stitcher's Retreat, but I was so afraid of miscounting then that it's like
stitches and
I mean, I'll spread out from where I am, but not to go extreme. Not to go extreme. Anyway, was having a conversation also with a friend of mine on all the different ways of stitching and how diagonal, we have diagonal blocks, we have diagonal that I started, well, not I started, but I videoed, what was that, how many years ago now? Anyway.
Which one was that? What was that?
My initial videos on diagonal stitching, where it was row by row and stitch by stitch and whatever. And, you know, there's just so many different methods out there that, seriously, bottom line is, they're all a takeoff of, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're all a takeoff of something else that someone has just made their own. Am I not thinking about that right?
I would agree. I got my method off of Blitz Stitch, but all of a sudden now I'm doing it different a little bit. And you tried my method and then you gave up on it. And
yeah, well, you watched Blitz Stitch. And you stitch pretty much the way he does. And I watched Brian Blitz Stitch, and I just couldn't quite wrap my head around stitching my rows vertically. My head says you stitch them horizontally, like you read a book. You know, and really, when you think about that, whether you stitch it vertically or horizontally, or just take the horizontal rows, row by row, diagonal stitching in the diagonal, is that really any different than stitching in columns? It's just that instead of going straight down the column, you're going a column diagonally. So is it, you know, how, other than the fact of the direction, is it really any different? And now people have, and this is okay, people have altered that stitching row by row, stitch by stitch, whether it's column or diagonal, to doing cross country within that specific area. So aren't they really kind of all just a twist on, like you said, Jody, just you put your twist on Teresa's method. So aren't they all kind of just everybody's own take of the basic stitch in a column or stitch in a block? Or, I mean, cross country is cross country no matter how you look at it. But there's even variations of cross country. Cross town stitching, 40 by 40 blocks, then park and wander left or right sometimes. Yes, exactly. Hi, Vicki. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Karen, like I don't know if you were ever on a stream before when I talked about how I used to stitch years ago when I did designs by Barbara and Cheryl, and well, I never called them full coverage back then. That was back in the 80s. Early 80s. Or mid 80s. But what I did is I actually chopped up the charts into sections, and I would stitch a section at a time. So that would be like your crosstown. Oh, Elizabeth, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you next time. Have a great rest of your day and rest of your weekend. But thanks for stopping in. So, yeah, I mean, that's just you stitch cross country within that 40 by 40. So that's still cross country stitching within a limited area. You know, diagonal stitching is still the same as stitching in columns, except it's a different direction.
Right.
Typewriter method is just a method of choosing your thread color and stitching basically cross country however the thread takes you. So, yeah. I don't know. It's just a point to ponder. Exactly, Sylvia. Exactly. It all looks the same on the front. Exactly. The only way you can tell the difference of what you did or didn't do is flip it over. I mean, and I showed you guys all that on my Stitcher's Retreat. If you look at the back of my Stitcher's Retreat, you will see
the different methods.
Almost every method. Barb would come to stitch with me and it was like, okay, what are you doing this week?
Yeah.
Because there was columns, there was diagonal, there was cross country, I tried lots of things. And I still try lots of things. I might start a piece one way, but still, I think it's because I get bored stitching the same way.
That's what you say.
I have to change it up.
You're fickle pickle.
I'm a fickle pickle. I need something that's going to be faster. But this other friend and I were talking about this because she was challenged a little bit on something that she said in a group, and trying to understand different methods, and that was our conversation of, but it really is just variations of some basic stitching. I mean, even, I don't know how many of you are part of the Heaven and Earth Facebook group. And at one time, Michelle used to do challenges. At one time, I think she stopped doing them quite a few years ago. But at one point in time, the challenge was to try it. She would pick a technique for you to try and to stitch, and then at the end there was some kind of reward. And sometimes it was cross country, sometimes it was
we did those
the blocks, sometimes it was stitch like a checkerboard.
Yeah. I have a piece that still looks like that because I stitched it and now I'm down in the corner doing diagonal, so eventually I'll cover that up. But
yeah. But it's all just, you know, it's all just variations of a method.
Hi, Vicki. I see you're on here.
Yeah.
And
she's down further.
Is it Kateria? Her name.
Yes, I agree, Vicki and Silja. The chart tells you how it wants to be stitched.
Yeah, sometimes I think I should be doing the opposite diagonal, but sometimes
the chart will say, hey, stitch me this way or stitch me that way. and probably again another reason why Mrs. Fickle here changes her mind all the time of how she's stitching, because it's, if you're in a heavy confetti area, maybe you're going to stitch one way, but if you're in an area that is more block stitching, you're going to stitch another way. Kitty cat.
Yep.
But yeah, I think your chart tells you how to stitch it, and you just gotta follow the flow of the chart. But I just thought it was an interesting discussion on what makes one method different than another method. And really, it's just somebody's take on that particular method. But yeah, but I agree, the patterns tell you. So, well, my friends, we have been on here almost 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? But it's getting close to our dinner time. And
Yep.
My husband's probably going to say, do you want to eat soon? So I think we will call this live, and we will bring it to an end if you guys don't mind.
They might not have any choice, right?
You might not have any choice, yeah. But yeah.
It's beer o'clock.
It's beer o'clock here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yes. But I think this time of day is a good time of day to catch most people.
Because I think Carol's
Far and wide.
up in the middle of the night anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it would be the middle of the night over there, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But for like Europe, I think it's a good
For
time.
Europe, it's good. For the West
of the
Coast
US,
here, it's
all right.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It's only, they're 3 hours behind me, so it works for them. So, yeah. So I will try and schedule another live pretty soon.
Yeah, it was nice being here. It was nice seeing everybody, talking to everybody.
Yeah.
I hardly ever catch her lives when I'm at home, so
I had to twist her arm a little.
depending on the day, or yeah,
So I had to twist her arm a little.
just a little bit, not very much.
But now that she's done it, maybe she'll want to do it a little more often.
Maybe. I would say that's a yes.
Do you think
If
I
I
can
can make
convince her into that? Or maybe she wants to come and help me record. That would be fun too. So, wow, 3:15 there. Let's see, where else did I see? Who else put a time?
Vicki, are you in Texas?
Probably, I think she is. Yeah. So I thank you all very, very much for stopping by. For you guys that come back time after time, thank you so, so very much. For you guys that have just been here for the first time, thank you. I hope you had a good time, and we'll come back again. And I did explain channel memberships in the beginning of this chat. And if any of you are interested in that, go back and listen to the beginning. And certainly you are more than welcome to become a VIP member of the channel. And for those of you that are, we will schedule a members only chat shortly. And I'll try and get it right this time. So with that, I am going to say, have a great rest of your weekend. Oh, Krista, you're in Germany. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for your informative. And you know what? That is the goal of my channel, is to be an information channel, a how-to channel. So you will see more and more videos on the heart hanger, which I'm working on. And I think I threw up a couple videos that go under the other book of knowledge. So watch for those in addition to the lives. So thank you all. And I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. And we will catch you the next time. Oh, don't forget. The only rules in cross stitch are the ones you set for yourself. So, and never say never. That one's for you, Jody. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.